here we go. Hello everyone, Nerdimus Maximus, back here to give you some riveting factory building entertainment. Now, when we left off, I had just brought all this up here to start building our actual first little factory building. Here, our first set of iron smelters. Oh, and I mentioned on the last stream that I thought there was a setting to turn off seasonal events. That is a mod that I saw in the listing. I completely forgot about that. I did install one mod, which is faster handcrafting. So you guys don't have to sit here and watch me handcraft quite as often. You can see there's a little gauge down here. The longer you handcraft, the faster you go. So yeah. I added this here to sort the ingots that were on the belt for copper. And as you can see, I made a whole bunch of stuff in order so that we could bypass some of these milestones a little bit sooner. Do I have enough for... yes, I do. I don't really care that much about jump pads, though. Get those later. So, first off, coal power. Yay!
Milestone reached. Coal is an improved alternative power source to biomass and can be fully automated if provided water with the new pipeline buildings and power throughout the initial setup. Coal has been added to the resource scanner. Note: ensure the close proximity of water to the coal production line. Note: pumps will aid in vertical
Also,
transport
steel
of
production.
fluids through pipes. Note: throughput and volume
thought I set
indicators
up.
are added to each pipe section automatically.
Ah, okay, so we're gonna have to wait. That's fine. A little bit short on some stuff. Ah, that was the other one, I think. Yeah. And an improved melee weapon, which I thought about it
Milestone
and
reached.
turned
R&D
the
inflated your pocket dimension,
beasties
added an additional hand
over
equipment
back
slot, and have
onto
provided an improved
normal.
Xeno
It just
Zapper
didn't
with
feel right
increased
having them
strength and
not
range.
react. Yeah, this stream will probably go a little bit longer than the last two, as I do not have to work tomorrow and can stay up later. I won't be doing Satisfactory the entire stream / video, as I will be playing something else once I get this first initial factory set up. It's been a long day, and contrary to what it looks like, this game requires quite a bit of thought from me. Got 2 minutes. Okay, so let's finish getting this up. Do I have? Yes, I do have enough reinforced iron plates to fix my issues here. Remember, I left this as a 60 belt when it needs to be at 120, including the belt from the miner. Okay. I was out of reinforced iron plates and did not have time to make some. This one is done. Okay. Go from the other end. And we will be fixing our ramp there to make it look a little bit better. Go all the way across to ensure that we get the 120. Good. Yes. Wow, I couldn't have planned that better. That nice without clipping there. Yeah, you got some spaghetti here, as I've heard other people call it. I may clean it up later. This particular factory building is, while not temporary, it is a stepping stone. In fact, that's what we're going to call this building, the stepping stone. Once I unlock signs, I shall name it. There we go. All of the iron being brought. There's now 2 belts of 120 being brought up. Let's ensure that this is kind of a waste, but I just want to make certain that my iron ore is reaching what it needs to. Alright, we're done on this floor. Besides, we will need those on this floor once we get the outputs going. Now, each of these is going to output 30 iron ingots. Instructor. Go right here. Now, 4 of these alone are going to be dedicated to iron plates, or 3 of these, making a full belt of, well, iron plates. 60. I'd like to make more. It just doesn't work. So these 3 will all be iron plates. So we will merge them all together. This up, get this centered. There we go. Go. So, as I said, there'll be 3. 2, 3. Means we will need to split a belt. Let's see if this will... Perfect. That does need to be... It is 90, so that does need to be a tier 2 belt coming out of there. Need to split one more time to go to there. This does not need to be a tier 2. If you want to make a right angle turn, you should come 2 before the turn. 2 stops, whatevers. That should be... Did I... That is lined up, good. Yep, okay. Control V. These are all going to be iron ingots. I believe they're already set. Yes, okay. So those 3 feed into these 3. Wait. It's 90. Yes. I didn't realize that ratio. Is that right? 60? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Now we have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 150 iron ingots to go. Want to make sure we make some rods. Well, technically all of these will be making rods. So this will be 10 machines here, which, if you'll notice, I do not have room for. And 4. Yep. You'll notice there is not room for another 5. But we this, I believe, there is just enough room. Nope. So I will need to rig another... How do we want to do this? Do we want to go up a floor? Do we want to make... that might be fun. Make this a raised manifold? Because these are going to be making rods, of which part of these rods will be made into screws. 2, 3, 4. And yes, very obviously, I do not have enough power to run all of this. So it is one of these to 2 of these for rods. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I cannot do 150, so... Yeah, let's just add, because that will drop... Can I do 5 and 5? So let's see. 36, so 20, 40, 60, 80. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 times 15. 120. Okay, that's perfect. So yep, we will go ahead and add in another merger here. One, two, and right angle, which just looks better. And you'll notice these somehow manage to do a double right. Nice S-turn. So we will have all 4 of these doing this. Line up. There we go. There we go. And this will be making plates instead. So with 4 of these running, that is 16 megawatts. And with 4 of these running, that is another 16 megawatts. So 32 megawatts just for this set. That is just over 1 generator. Sorry, these each produce 30. We have 120 megawatts available. We also have the 4 smelters running. That's that. So it'll be another 32. So we do have enough, if just barely. And do I have 16 of the power shards? If I do, I'm 1 short, although I can go and correct that. That does mean I can just double the output of the remaining 4, which I do have just enough room to do. Or 2, 4, 6. Be 37.5 per times 3. How much was it using? 37.5. Oh, is it a 1-to-1? Yes, it is. Okay. It's 112, so it's just short, unfortunately. So, I think 1, 3. These will get moved back half a block. Because you'll remember we need 8. And we can adjust this with power shards. Leave enough room for mergers right here. 6, 7. So there's 6. And we will simply double these 2. Each of these will be making 30 per minute. Using 30. So there's 60. 90. 120. Very obviously the screws will not be made on this floor. How much room do I have back behind here? Because I will need a splitter. Not that there. Can I move these back 1 to even that out? Yes, excellent. That will work. Okay, so that's where I need the machine. I'm being stupid. I've got plenty of room to do this and still have it look good. And say yes, I can. 1, 2, 3. And this will leave me plenty of room to center my mergers, which will actually be going this direction. See, yep, even when you copy and paste something, it copies the power shards and overclocking as well, which is very nice. Alright, so I need to get these 120 merged together. We are actually going to feed these this direction. Oh, incorrect. Go that way. Understand here in a second when I get this in place, because I will then need splitters in front of these. That will feed around. Might as well keep it. Go. And that one doesn't need one. Obviously, is that centered? That is not centered, is it? Why are you not centered? These need to move forward one more? They do. There. Why is this not... Seems off. Should be there. Oh, these not line up. Okay, that's equal. Okay. There we go. There we go. What? That was weird. For some reason it raised up there. Okay, so that's there. Oh, I see the problem. This one is off-centered as well. Or these are off-centered. Oh, okay, all of mine are off-centered. How that happened. Yeah, okay. Yeah, these should be like that, with the posts in the corners. Like, why will it not? It's trying to line up, that's why. So, yeah, it's trying to line up with these. That's the issue. That should be correct then. Beginning. Wait, okay, that is centered. Said I want these to match on either side. So we will be bringing these in just as close. It'll also give me room to move through here, as there will be a wall here eventually. Oh, no. Need to be replaced again. And you're seeing one of the key aspects of design in this game is build it, replace it, build it, replace it. Because you can never quite get it where you want it the first try. Or at least I can't. Come on, game. There. There. Yes, that looks correct. These will be marked 2 belts just because it's easier that way. And yep, gotta redo this. Okay. There we go. We've got that lined up correctly now. Get all these belts in here. Time it gets here should be down to 60, so that shouldn't be an issue. And as you see, perfect. Go to right there before we turn, so... Two. Let's make sure we're straight. And oh, no, it connected. Okay. Let's say, is it gonna mess? Did I have them facing the wrong directions? It's entirely possible. Ah, is there already a belt there? Yes, there is. Okay. See how close these ended up being. We are just going to go ahead and use the tier 2 belts while I've got them to make sure that these go where they're supposed to. Yep, this is belted up. What needs to be. Why is it okay, so I messed up something here. Just a second. Yeah, I have these going the wrong direction. Fortunately, I messed that up. So I need to redo that. That one is correct. Swing around. Okay, that's going correctly. Connect that. Yes, okay. Now it's going the correct direction. You can see this is going the wrong direction for some reason. I'm surprised it let me do that. Isn't the same? Ah, okay, yeah, yeah. Oh no, okay, I guess that's right. I'll get this right eventually, don't worry. I swear I know what I'm doing. There. Now everything's going the correct direction. All this floor needs is power. Oh, let me make sure I need to do this. Yes, 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 yes. So, what this is going to do is go up and around like that. To a... There. That right there for now. That's going to do that for now. That just marks my spot. These all get merged together. That's not centered. There. There and there. It's out. In fact, that should... No, okay. Far enough. 2. Go. That is 40. So all the last connectors. That should be 60. And that'll have to be a tier 2 coming out of there. So, now we're going to be going up to the second floor to make screws, which means we need to make a second floor. 1, 2, and this one will be 3 high. And like before, I will place a foundation. Then I will make sure I've got my height correctly by attaching a ramp. So that this is good. Okay. Won't be walls yet, just because I don't want to block everything. And as you can see, we have pipes for fluid now. Foundations, I want the foundations there. Two, three, four. Should be equal. Yep. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10, yeah, 7. 5. 7. That should be 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so as you can see, we now have access over here. Push this out. There we go. I should just be able to get up there. Excellent. And yeah, see, if I close that off, I'm screwed. Okay. So, this is going to come out right here. We want to go up a floor. Right here. And, obviously, we want to go up right next to that. Leave. Down to, let's see. We want to line up with this one, so it's going to be Mark 2. Right there, I believe. Like that. Need to go up one more. My bad. Let me get that around so I know. Use that as a measuring stick. Right. As I said at the beginning of this, my brain is not fully functional today after a long day of work. And the one thing you're going to understand about this building is the entire front of this is going to be glass. So you're going to see these lifts. I'm going to try every time to have the transport of things be coming up this side. As such, this will not be here. In fact, I intend to shrink it as it goes up on the side here. So this taken out. Eventually the hub will be at the very top. And you can unfortunately double build those. And, oh, wait a second. Why is it doing that? Should match exactly. Ah, okay, I see the problem. There we go. That's something you have to watch for, is you will attach to the wrong part of the foundation. And there we go. Now we are up here. Now, we have rods and plates. We have 80 rods. And I believe we have 120 or 80 plates, and I believe 120 rods. Let me go make sure. See my 2 coal deposits with water, yeah. I will most likely need my coal power plants to run this before I'm done. In fact, how are we doing here? Still 184? Good. We're still good. We've only used 16 since we started. And our power will not be through power poles. The power will come from the ceiling. Bring it up through the floor to most likely a power pole in the corner. There will eventually be walls here, which I'll put power lines on to bring to these. Okay, so yeah, I was checking my rods to make sure that I was making as many as I thought. So we have 60 and 60, or 30 and 30. So that's 60, plus 4 times 15 is also 60. So yes, so we'll have 120 rods, part of which will be turned into screws on the next floor. Now, we're going to put a splitter here, directly in front of this, close as I can reasonably get it. So I want this, I think that this will connect automatically. Yes, it looks like it will. Good. Now we are going to have our plates and our screws our plates and rods. Part of them will come out here, and part of them will go over here in order to make some freaking screws. Now I think we're going to try to do one full line of 120 line of screws. 1, 2. Screws are 40, so that'll be 3 screw machines, which will require only 30 screws, or 30 iron rods, which is perfect. So not even a third of my... And the way you do that, to make sure you're getting 50... I'm sorry, how you split something in thirds in this game is like that, like so. We're going to adjust this so this points this direction, so it's not in the way. So you see, we now have 30 coming off this direction, 30 coming off this direction, or 20, 20. I'm sorry, I only need to divide this in half. I was making things too complicated. There we go. Just did that for it again. So we will have 30 coming off this way. Oh, no, this is 120, isn't it? This will be 60. This will be 60. So we'll go ahead and make another splitter. So this will be divided into... There's 60. And there's 30. So if I make a merger here to go in this direction, because I want to match the plates, and the screws will also be going that direction. 60 there, or 30 there, and then the other 30 can come out here and feed our nice happy screw machines. There's no point in me making more screws than this, as I do not have a belt that can feed more than this, or carry more than the 120 screws. As I said, this base is just a stepping stone. We will have hundreds of screws at a time at one point being made. Do not worry. There we go. And now we have... So we have 120 coming here, being split into 60 and 60. Right here, 60 and 60. And then that 60 here being split into 30 and 30, leaving me with 90 going this way. 80, 90, 120. Merger. Those will line this up here. I'm wasting space here, but I've got plenty of space in this particular building to waste. It's no big deal. That is 80 screws there, so it has to be a tier 2 belt. And there we go. Have all three of our basic iron materials being made up here on this floor. Now, we'll go ahead and store them up here as well. Sticks, organization. We'll place a storage dill right there, there, and right there. I did not get them lined up, unfortunately. Line up, there we go. You know what, let's bring them back a line, because that, as this goes up, we're going to lose a... And if I want to feed them upwards, I'm going to need to bring them up on this one. Storage container. In fact, I need to go ahead and get rid of these then. In fact, why don't we go ahead and have this be directly in? If you heard that little beep when I turned it, that means it's connecting. Let's connect, lined up, and there. go. Let's get the power running then now to everything. And each of these is another 12, so I have enough power to run my ironworks right now. So all 3 of these can go into one power pole. Once I have the... Remember, this is only going to be 30 iron rods coming through here. So, I'm going to have this coming straight down the middle here. If I could do this. There we go. There you go. That line is now on the sticking through, going through the floor to that. Now, all of these are on this particular point line up there. So I try to line these up as much as possible when I do this. Where is it? Right there. Did I get that wrong? No, that's right. Okay. So it's in the front of that. So... there? Yep, just about right. Okay. Oh, I'm out of cable. Oopsie. That is something we can correct, however. Grab some wire, make 250 cable, real quick. And this is why I got the mod that I did. Once again, got distracted, forgot what I was doing. Oh, and of course, I also need wire. Mr. Bean downstairs. Since I grabbed all of that, there we go. Autosave, thank you. Oh, there. Wrong button. Okay, that looks about as close as I can get. There. We're working our way backwards because I do not wish to have this all start until I am ready. And because this is a nice middle start point here, this will also go this direction and be the linkage for these power lines. Don't have as much room to back away, so I have to be careful. Everything connected, I believe. these are not connected. One moment. So see, what we're going to do here is go from here to here, and then to here. Where do you line up at? Yep, just on the inside. I thought. Oh, kind of a tight fit through here. Up. Up. I think right there lines up. Yep. As you can see, lines all are more or less out of the way. Now, where do we want to bring the power lines down to? And I didn't do you, did I? Of course I did. How do we want to do this? Was it lined up? Be way too easy for those to line up. Straight up? No, that is not straight up. Let's just go ahead and connect you to here. I guess that is lined up. Nice. Yes, okay, good. Wiring any building, it never works out perfectly how you want it. But that allows me to bring this over to a clear spot over here, to right there. Right there. Then there. Ironworks are kicked off. All green. This is the overflow method of distributing things. Is as these machine fills up, more will make their way to the end here. Same with over there. Yep, we are making everything we said we were going to, hopefully. There are no red lights. You have the plates going up. Do we have any rods being made? Yes, we do. That should eventually be a full line of iron rods. Green. There's some yellow down there, but that's just because the iron has not reached them yet. Screws are kicking off. And there's our first screws. I think. Are you in here yet? Okay, we already made 4. So, yep, there we go. Eventually, all 3 of those will start running at 40 apiece, making a full 120 line. We have rods. We have plates. There. I'm now making screws. I don't have to handcraft them anymore. Let's see. What do we need for a coal power plant? Because we need to get that started. So, coal generator. I can make several of them. Excellent. But Not just that, though. We're going to need water. I need to make some copper sheeting. Means I need to get my copper operation going. Let's look at how much power I'm using. I'm using just over... Ooh. That's disconcerting. I'm actually not producing enough power to match my maximum consumption. Which means once... But I think if I add in those... Another 40... Yes, okay. 2, 3... If I do this, add another pole here. Connect to those... to you, under to you. That will ensure that my potential power is above my maximum consumption. Now, for right now, I need to make some copper sheeting, which means a constructor down here. Leave enough room to split off some. Because remember, my copper production is 60. And this will use a full third of that for one machine. I need a smelter. Oh, there's not enough room down here for a smelter. There might be somewhere on this line. As you can see, it's hitting the... Yeah. So we will... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. So these are just extra supplies here. So... Station... Do this... This... Sort. That can go in the trash. Put those away. That. Those ore can go away. Need these for now. Put some of this concrete away. That leaves me a little room to pick up this one out of the way. And we'll just dump all of that and take one. All that. Grab 2. There. Plenty. One moment, folks. Right, sorry about that, folks. Had a phone call I had to take. Alright. Now I should be able to put a smelter over here so that I can make those. To there. So let's see. I'm going to center it on this one. Turn on my 2. Let's see if I can do that. Go. My lone copper smelter. Or no, I can smelt 2. So we'll place 2 side by side. Place a splitter there instead. And remember, I will more than likely move my hub before long. Go. Okay, that is all my copper ingots that I can produce. Merge them back into one line. Bring it out 1, 2, there. And that will go all the way up there. My concrete, or limestone, will go all the way down here and up before I'm done. But I don't need it yet. Oh, I need to power those. I need them working. Interestingly enough, I believe that actually almost lines up. Nope, nope, I don't want to connect that there. This one power deal can do both of these. There's not the permanent home for those, I don't think. It might be. I kind of like that idea. Is that this place is the quote-unquote stepping stone, so... There we go. Iron ingots being brought up. Or copper ingots being brought up. Which we will now feed around, back, behind, and around. In a convoluted yet pleasing manner. Go down that one. There's a limit to how long each string of belts can be, but that doesn't matter. This will come around like this to there. Now, I know I need to make copper sheets, copper wire. Copper wire is 15 per, and the copper sheets are 30 or 20. I have 60 here. leave me with 40 for the copper wire. It doesn't even out, but I can actually work with that. What I do is split this. Right, can you line up here? There we go. Oh, I gotta face the wrong direction. There we go. Let's get closer. 20 or 30 is gonna go there. And technically 20 is gonna go here. It'll even out eventually. Yep, we have... So that'll be 40... So... That is going to be 10 per minute. Not a whole lot. Now this... So we're actually going to be using 40 copper ingots, which is not quite 3 times, but it is some. So I need my power shards back. Take some damage. This is where overclocking is really good. See, I can bring up my limestone over here, bring it around this one, and have it be making concrete to fill in over here. So we want this to use 40. So if it's 2 to 1 or 1 to 2, we want this to use 20. So it'll be 40. I believe it's just 50. We want to make 40. Let's just put that in. Wait, no. If we're using 40, we want to make 80. Can we do that? Nope, 75 is the max. One moment, folks. Alright, I am back. Feel free to type in chat and say hi if you want to. For those of you who have not used Twitch, let's see here. If you are in, depending on your orientation, your chat should be either in your lower right for typing, or more or less take up the entire bottom screen, half of your screen, as long as you're not in full screen. If you have gone full screen, there is going to be an accidentally turned off your viewing. There is a little icon in the bottom right of your screen that looks like a dialog box. Click on that and it should pop up your chat box. Now, where was I? Okay. So we have to make 75, so that means we are using 32.5, 37.5 out of 60, which leaves us 60 minus 37.5, 22.5, which is how many we can use here. Not much more, but I'll take what I can get. So we want to make 22.5. So this is a 2 to 1. So 22.5 divided by 2 is 11.25. There we go. Now the next fun part here is I want to split this in half so that I can make cable. So we're going to have a splitter coming directly off here. I see I have that facing the wrong way again. That is 75 coming out of there, so that has to be a tier 2 belt. So this constructor is going to be facing this direction, just to... Ah! Kitty Stardust, thank you for the follow. I do know who you are, but I will not use your real name. And I don't use mine either, please. I appreciate the follow. Quite a bit, in fact. I'll be switching games to something a little more energetic here in a little bit. as you know, I don't have to work tomorrow, so I will be up late on a longer stream tonight. Actually, this isn't going to work, is it? I mean, I can. Need to be able to feed all of these up one floor. Let's see here. This is going to be making cable. I am feeding 37.5 in. Normally need 60. So, let's see how many that's actually going to make. 7.8, so 18? No, 38.7 divided by 2, or 37.5 is not math I want to do right now. So, divided by 2. The game has a built-in calculator. 18.75. There we go. 100% efficiency attained. And now, I guess I will feed my copper cable this direction, while still trying to leave it enough room to... that'll work. Get to it. I am facing the wrong direction, because once again, of course I do. Let's see, did I leave enough room for my lift? Go up the floor? No, I did not. So it needs to go back a little bit more. Or I can do this. I always forget I can go vertical. Let's see. Get up on top there. To line up with the... there. There. There to there. There to there. Okay, power's all we're missing. This over here. And I didn't think this through. Of course I'm going to need extra power line. So we will connect that one there, and that there. Now when this all kicks off, this might actually kill my power grid. I'm hoping not. Max consumption is 171, max production is 160. So, yeah. Might as well go ahead and get concrete remaking if I can. Yeah, sure can. Our lone concrete maker, which we will at least up to utilize our 60 one, so we want to make 20. Ooh. It's a little depressing on how little concrete you make per limestone. Once I get this set up, I will probably switch to a different game. Unfortunately, we are not going to get to see the coal power plant come online tonight. For those folk watching, if you have any requests for type of games, I have several different, as long as it's not a first-person shooter. I don't think anyone wants to see me fail that badly. At least I hope no one wants to see me fail that badly. Wow, that was a bad connection. There we go. Of course, yeah. I knew you'd say something like that. Why are you not running? Oh, there you go. You just were short of material. Are you running? You are not running. Come on. Should be more than enough making its way through here. Need to bring this up here. Centered? Yes, okay. This is going to go right over... As I intend to take out this line of platforms, why don't we just stack it on top of here? This particular game is just, it's more or less just factory building. There's not really a story. In fact, the developers of the game, it's still in early access. And they have not revealed any story so far. For someone, as you know, I like story, so it's actually kind of frustrating to have all the hints that the game drops and not get anything out of it. These factory games usually don't have a deep, in-depth story. They're more for nerds like me who like setting up logistics, and you have to admit, building these giant factories looks really cool. I can load up one of my other saved games and let you guys see the potential. Then, considering this is just the beginning of this particular build. Because I think that's where I'm going to stop this game through. Because my next step is to build an entire coal generator power plant down there on the lake. And I need my supplies up here to build up before I do that. Yeah, that's good enough. The belt spaghetti is strong with this one. And yep, for the next layer up, I will pull this one out. I will go up and leave this open for the stairwell. I will save. free. Oh, yeah. Belt spaghetti in these games is you'll see how all these belts are nice and lined up and they go exactly. They don't clip through each other and intersect badly. Belt spaghetti is when you literally take a belt. Let's see if I can find something to connect to. Go here. And we're going to come over here. Raise it down. We're going to come up here. Over here. Maybe come back around. Go up a few levels. Yeah, it looks. You can get a factory that looks like a pile of spaghetti made out of conveyor belts. Actually, I don't need to worry about deleting these, but yeah, especially in this, most of these type of games are 2D, where you're looking down at your factory. While there is something of a 3D effect, you're looking at it, and you can't cross over your belts, so to speak. This one, yeah, it can get bad. As you can see, all the lines leading in where I've got them all sort of spread out. Now imagine this entire area filled with curving belts, and it looks like just a pile of spaghetti from up here.
I strongly advise you to harvest this specimen.
I'm not anywhere near one of those. That doesn't make any sense. That was weird. Yes, what you just heard, that weird voice, most likely. There are a couple of items you can collect in the game. One is called the Mercer Sphere, and the other is the Sommersloop. They currently have no use in the game, but when you get next to them, a voice will appear urging you to collect them, and they are in some way connected to the actual plot of the game. A lot of the guesses so far is that one of them will allow you to create material teleporters so that you don't need conveyor belts over long distances. So yeah, I will give you a quick rundown of one of my other games. So you have an idea. Yeah. Come on. Load in. Riveting content here. My apologies. This particular map has quite a bit to load in. Assuming it didn't freeze on me, which it may have. Nope, there it goes. So, yep, I've got a full-on highway going. This particular build is also in the started in the desert. The AI for the vehicles is not too great. These roads run all the way around this entire desert. In fact, best way to view this is at night, this particular map. Yeah, that's just how Twitch works. I mean, I could bring you into Discord, but you might end up with your voice on Twitch. I'm not certain. Guys, why are you stuck? There you go. Yeah, I didn't think you would want that. But yeah, as you can see, the potential for really epic builds, and mine is nothing compared to what some people do, is there. And what's funny, all these neon lights are actually just signs that I've laid out individually. Truck stops. Let me get down here and I'll drive around a little bit easier to... Driving out at dawn. I need to look, but I'm pretty sure this particular save is quite of a long one. That building over there is my power plant with the double stripe on it. It actually turns oil into fuel. This building up ahead is a major train station. And yes, there are trains in this game. Oh, control. I think I can just fly straight up to it. My hover pack here I use to fly has to be close to power. So it takes some careful maneuvering sometimes to maintain the power. Train station here for delivering oil products, plastic, rubber, and such. I was hoping a train would come through. This entire line is actually enclosed. Try not to get run over by a train. When you're actually going on the train, it looks a little bit better. I don't move quite fast enough when flying to do it justice. If we can get a train to come through here. Back this way, see if there's a train coming. Yep. So each one of these half pipes, each one of these signs, roof parts, floors I had to place individually. Yep. This particular map has 160 hours on it. Admittedly, probably 20 to 30 of those were me leaving it on while going to the grocery store or just losing track of time and not paying attention. There we go. And let's there. Yeah, these games will eat up time like nothing else. Yeah, now you can see what I call the red line. Yeah, unfortunately, after I built this, they updated the map, and it unfortunately clipped through my tunnel. And as I did not feel like changing my entire layout of my train line, I just had to deal with the ring rocks in the tunnel in a small spot. That is the downside of playing a game that is not in full release yet. And here we go to the end of the red line for now. Yep, to a whole new biome, whole new terrain. And if you come over here, you will see why I have not... This line curves around way over there back. This is where all my oil is coming from in this game. And it's being shipped through the train line back over the mountains here. See, I made sure to have quite a bit in storage. Yeah, eventually this entire line all the way around will be enclosed. And with a new feature they added recently, which is blueprinting, it will speed it up dramatically. Which, instead of having to build this piece by piece, I can design a blueprint of a section of the tunnel and just lay them end to end. As you can see, I got a little bit too far from power source. But yeah, that's how this game can go. What time are we looking at here? 8:39? Okay, yeah, we're still good. So I am going to hide the screen for a minute while I choose a different game. As I said, something a little bit more exciting. Let's see here. Let me think. Let me think. Do I want to start that tonight? So, what do you think? Should I do a more RPG game or something a little more action-oriented? The upside of upside for you folks, I'm assuming it's good, of the RPG is there will be lots of moments for me to read the lines. I will do my best to do a good rendition of the characters, which I'm sure would be absolutely awesome for everyone. And an action game would just be something, well, not completely mindless, just something to take up some time while chatting with you folks. Okay. Let's see. I notice I'm watching my viewer count, and I have someone popping in and out, people trying to figure out what they want to watch on Twitch. They keep seeing Satisfactory pop up, which I need to change that once I choose my game. You know what? Let's do the